So another form of punishment from the narc is withholding sex. But we're going to call it body to body while I tell my story. Okay. So something happened a while ago. Like I said, I've been with him 4.5 years. So the first part of this story is an old story from the beginning of the relationship or the middle of the relationship before I found myself and started, standing on what I believe and, trying to do different things to get a different result in the relationship. This is back in that time where I still was in a dark place and still low self-esteem going on and all that good stuff. And so sometimes he didn't do it a whole lot, but he has done it a couple of times where we would get into it or something, and he would normally still sleep with me when we get into it. But if he, so let's say if he did something to me and I got mad, he wants to come and body to body with me at night before bed or whatever. But if I pissed him off and now we getting ready for bed and I want body to body to make you feel better, or you do the same thing you're doing, it's a no. He won't give me none. We can't do body to body if he's mad. So I'm like, why is it that when you get mad at me and I want to come get body to body from you, why can't I get body to body? But if I'm mad at you, you come like you just entitled to the thing. But I've never said no to him either. Never ever in the 4.5 years that me and him been together until recently. Never told him no when we were together. The honeymoon phase, the hoovering and gaslighting phase, no, because he would be in a whole different state from me. So we're not doing that type of stuff anyway. So yeah. So sometimes he'll, keep the body from me. So this is the very first time. Now we skipping to Thanksgiving last year, going into 2024. So this is the very first time that I've actually told him no to body. And I was terrified just thinking of it, because I knew that he knew he did something wrong and he was going to want some. I went in there, I took my shower, I got freshened up, I got in the bed, put my clothes on and whatever. So let's go back. The reason why I told him no is because out of the 4.5 years that me and him has been together, we've never celebrated Halloween, my birthday, Christmas, New Year's. We celebrated all the other holidays. His birthday, definitely. More times than I can count. We celebrated his birthday, but we've never celebrated my birthday. So now here we are. He's always disappeared when that time comes. So, okay, here we go. It's Thanksgiving. I'm excited because this is going to be our first Thanksgiving that we actually spend together and we're not on the phone gaslighting each other, because I want him back, he want me back. And so I'm telling him, things I want to tell him, and he's telling me things he want to tell me, but I'm being truthful about the things that I'm saying. And I still don't know he's a narcissist at this time. So we on the phone. I'm sorry. So this is our first Thanksgiving together, and we're supposed to spend it at my brother's house with his family. And he agreed. I mean, all the way up into Thanksgiving Eve, he was gassing me up. He was happy about it. We done went and got an outfit. I done did his hair. We looking, it's looking nice. And I'm like, oh my God, finally we're going to do this. Thanksgiving Eve get here. Now he's sick. His sickle cell is acting up. His body is hurting all over and he can't get out of bed. So I'm finna tell you the story now of what led to me telling him no to body to body. Okay, so we wake up that morning. He had a phone call. We wake up. He answers his phone and he expresses to whoever is on the phone that his body is hurting. So once I hear that, I jump into mode to get ready to take care of him like I normally do when his body is hurting. So I get up. He goes to the restroom. He's on his phone and he's talking to whoever he's talking to. He's talking clear. He's answering everything they're asking him. Cool. So he comes out the bathroom. He's off the phone now. He gets back in the bed. I say, okay, well, I'm going to go to the store and go and grab him some stuff that I know he would probably need for when he's, feeling bad or whatever. So, but this time maybe he wanted something different. So I wanted to ask him, did you want something different or do you want the usual? Simple question. So I asked him, I say, I'm going to go to the store and pick up a couple of things. And while I'm out, do you want me to get your usual I get you or do you want something different this time? He sat there and just looked at me. He ain't saying nothing at all. And I'm like, do you want the usual from the store or do you want me to bring you something different? He's still looking at me crazy. So now he gets back up out of the bed, goes back to the bathroom. And the bed and the door to the bathroom are right next to each other or whatever. So he gets back out of the bed, walks around the bed, walk past me, goes in the bathroom, and still ain't answered my question. So I'm sitting here on the edge of the bed like, can you just answer the question? This is what I'm thinking in my head. Like, it's a yes or no question. It's not that hard. But he's giving me that look of, I'm disgusted that you woke up this morning, So this man still never answers me. So I get on up. I say, whatever. I go to the store. I get the usual I get him. And I brought it back home. So when I get back home, he's still not talking to me. So I bring the stuff into the room and he's still laying in bed. So I'm like, would you like one of them now? He looking at me like I'm crazy. Like I'm the scum of the earth. And I'm sitting here like, bruh. These are yes or no questions. You ain't even got to use your voice. You can nod your head at this point. It's fine. Just answer the question. I'm trying to help you. But a lot of the times, he does take the moment of him feeling bad, that opportunity to abuse me. All at the same time. But that's a whole nother video. We'll talk about that because that one gets real deep. But so yeah. So he's still just sitting here looking at me like I'm crazy or whatever. So I say, you know what? The hell with it. Out of the 4.5 years, I ain't never said that to that man. I ain't never act like I just act. And how I acted wasn't even that bad. But I felt like crap when I did it because I'm considering him and that he's not feeling good. But you sitting here ignoring me when I'm asking you a simple question is really pissing me off now. So I say, the hell with it. And I sat the things down where he can reach them when he's ready for them. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to just go and do my nails because at this point, with him acting like this, I already know he ain't finna do Thanksgiving. Because he getting this attitude so that way he don't have to go. So I'm peeping game. This is currently, I still don't know that he's a narc. But I'm catching on to the little different stupid petty things that he's doing, that he's been doing in the relationship that lets me know that he not finna join me for Thanksgiving. So I said, okay. So I go in to a whole nother room of the house and I start doing my nails. Took me just about all day because I'm a beginner in nail doing. So took me just about all day. I made dinner and everything. And I came in here and just looked at him. Because normally I would come touch his head, see if he running a fever, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I used to do and go above and beyond when he's feeling bad. I didn't do all that this time. I wanted to, but something was stopping me, and I didn't even go against the grain. I just sat there and continued doing my nails. When I came in the room and I needed something, I'd look at him. He okay? He breathing? Okay, cool. He good to go. But treating me like you treating me right now is not cool to me right now. I'm trying to do something different to get a different result. So I'm at my, I'm at the wit's end now with this relationship. And I had already told him prior to him gaslighting me and hoovering me and all that good stuff before he came back. I had told him straight up. I say, listen, this is the last time. This is it. And you ain't got a whole lot of time to do something messed up before I walk out of this relationship. I had to stand on that. I've told him that, yeah, I'm done with you before this, that, and the third. But this time I meant that thing. I meant it because I was over it. So I'm in there doing my nails or whatever. And so I stayed out the room all day so he could be by himself with his little funky attitude or whatever he got going on. You can sit by yourself, sir. Because I know you really want me in there cuddling you like a baby. That's what I normally do. I didn't give him that. So now I'm adding more fuel to the fire, because now I'm not doing what he's used to me doing and what he expects of me and what he feels entitled of me. I'm not doing that. I'm in there doing something else. And he made it known that he had an issue that I wasn't in the bed with him, holding him and doing the things I normally do. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So at this point, I know it's going downhill. And at this point, I'm prepared for him to leave. I was prepared for him to be gone on Thanksgiving Day. But your boy got smart. He put on big time for the last show. Because he lasted longer than I expected him to. Because I'm telling you, Thanksgiving, I was done. I was ready. I even caught. So let me stop getting ahead of the story. So now it's bedtime. I've cooked. I've checked on him. I've done my nails. I did his hair and everything the day before or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time to go to bed. I go in. I take my shower. I get into bed. And now all day long, you ain't said 2 words to me. You ain't even answered the 2 questions that I asked you earlier. Those answers are still blank. But now you feel good. Because now I'm getting into bed. And it's bedtime. It's time for body to body. So he thought. And as I was in that shower, in that water, something was telling me, honey, this man finna try to body to body you tonight, and we ain't even finna do it, because I ain't worth you saying 2 words to all day long, but you gonna climb on top of me to give me body to body, which, yes, because I know y'all gonna come for me in the comments. I've been doing it. Yes, I have. I've been doing it, but like I said, I'm doing something different now to get a different result. I'm changing at this point. This was just Thanksgiving. It lasted all the way up until 2 weeks ago. Okay, so sure enough, I get out the shower, get into bed, I put my clothes on and everything, got into bed. And sure enough, as soon as I laid down, Mr. Man come walking on my side of the bed. And I look at him and I say, what you doing? And he giving me that look like, you already know what I'm over here doing. I say, but you ain't said too, because he ain't using no words. I done read his mind, I guess. And so he's being quiet and I'm just verbalizing what I'm doing. So I'm like, what you doing? That blank stare mean, you know what I came over here to do. Assume the position. I say, you ain't said 2 words to me all day long. He said, take your ass to sleep then. And that's exactly what I did. took my ass to sleep, but I was hurting inside. That's what he don't know. That was a big step for me. Because, baby, I ain't never turned him down from none of that because I like the body too. But I'm tired of giving body after you done mistreated me. And then you feel like you entitled to come and get body to body. And you know you just did wrong. He knew he did wrong. And sure enough, if I would have let him, he would have did it and he would not have no regrets of what he just did. All day long, unto my silence, nothing from him. But you want to come body to body on me. And this is what I've been putting up with for years. For my own accountability, I allowed that. Because I didn't pump the brakes and say, hey, let's talk about this before we body to body. No. Because to me, body to body is where I felt more close to him. That's when I really felt like he cared and all this crap. But okay, like I said, I was still in a low place and all that good stuff. But anyways, so now here we go. He gets into bed and he goes to bed or whatever. And next day come, I said to myself when I woke up that morning, I said for sure he's not going with me. So I didn't even ask him any questions. I didn't even make preparations as if he was going to go celebrate Thanksgiving with me. I didn't ask him, was he ready? He got up and put on clothes because he was faking the funk like he always do. He faking the funk like he actually going. So he gets dressed, put on his clothes and everything. And then he goes sit out in the living room like he waiting on everybody to come on. Like he normally does when we going somewhere. But everything give me telling me this man ain't going nowhere, honey. So after everybody got dressed and ready and we about ready to pull out now, I walked right past him. I normally give him a hug and a kiss before I leave. I didn't do that. I walked right out the door straight past him. And when I walked outside, when he trying to leave or about to leave, he usually go pull all his stuff out my car. So when I walked out the door, he got his toolbox and all his tools and stuff sitting on the step in front of the house. That's a dead giveaway. He about to leave. I looked at it and said, okay. My son then was like, is he coming? I said, yeah, nope. Y'all come on, get in the car. Let's go. We finna ride out. So now the look on his face is like, dang, she was supposed to feel some type of way. Normally I do. Normally I stand there and I know he ain't going. And I'll still turn around and ask him, is you going? And that's what he wanted from me because he wanted to be like, nope, y'all have a good time. That's his favorite line when he don't want to go nowhere. But he done amped me up thinking that he gonna go. Okay? So, I go do Thanksgiving at my brother's house, me and my sons. We over there, we chilling. I'm good. So I go ahead and I'm like, well, let me go ahead. But I had already told my brother them because they asked me where he was when I showed up without him. And I was like, oh, he probably at the house, probably getting ready to, I said, he at the house, probably calling somebody to come pick him up because he acting petty today. I said, but I don't know. I said, he might still be there. He might not. I said, I just don't know. So later on, before we get ready to eat Thanksgiving dinner, some say call him. So I call him. I say, you gone yet? Oh, you so funny. I said, nah, because I see you took your toolbox out the car. So I said, I assume you called your ride to come and get you. I said, so I was just checking to see if you was gone or did you lock my door and all that other stuff. Now you moving different. So now that I'm like cool with you leaving, now he wanna, gaslight me back in. So from that point, homeboy was good. I'm talking about he had me thinking that he had done turned over a new leaf. Because now, after Thanksgiving, I'm like, after I done, shot him down or whatever, he for sure to leave now. So when I expected him to leave, he didn't leave. But it's when I least expected, that's when he leaves. So he hung in there for a good bit. And I meant being nice up until that day. Because he had been back since August. He'd been back since August. And attitude and everything has been legit cool. Like, I'm thinking, okay, Lord, my prayers are being answered and this man is coming through. But they always gotta wait for that thing, the big show. They gotta get that audience out there to make that move. So for me, in that situation, I felt good because I did two things that I've never did to this man before out of all the nonsense that he's done to me. And I'm assuming that as you go through your process, you build up tough skin. Even though they can cut you down real nice and nasty, you also get built up real tough and nasty all at the same time. So with me going through those things and kept seeing the cycle repeating itself, I was able to kind of call out different things that I was seeing him do. Just didn't know they had a name. I just made up names for the different things that he kept doing over and over and over again. So this was something he did all the time, but my reaction would be different. So I started changing up my reaction to get a different reaction from him. Because if I wouldn't have did what I did Thanksgiving Eve, he'd have left me then. But it didn't work out how he wanted it to. So I'm telling you, he has to cause a scene. He won't like that grand stage with all the people sitting and watching him cut up. And when it didn't play out like that for him, I guess he was like, well, let me just go and sit down and wait for another opportunity. I thought this was going to be that chance. Nope. But I had done closed off myself Thanksgiving Eve. I don't know why I want to keep saying Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve or whatever. But yeah, Thanksgiving Eve, when he ignored me that whole day, my wall went back up. I had let my guard down just a tiny bit because he was being really, really nice the whole time. But then no, he was up to no good anyhow. But I had never got that from him before, because usually his attitude usually kicks in within a week or two after he has came back and hoovered himself back in. So I was like confused a little bit, but I was not forgetting the different signs, because I'm just like, I'm waiting. I'm like, well, just cut up, sir. Cut up and I'm out of here. And that's what I meant. And I did just that. So he thought he was discarding me. When he left, I had already discarded him Thanksgiving Eve. I just waited on him to go ahead and leave because I wasn't cold-hearted, like he is. I've never told him, go, get out, but that's how I felt. And I started changing up the way I did things from that moment on. From Thanksgiving Eve, I handled him differently. I changed up everything I was doing. So he had to leave because he wasn't getting the things that he used to get from me no more. So he had to get out of here. But yes, so this video lasted 23 minutes. So y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I thank you guys for the ones who are liking, commenting, and sharing and subscribing. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. And we're going to get through this, y'all. I'm going to let y'all see my journey. And I hope that it helps you or help somebody. Pass it on to a person going through it. Because sometimes we can't see with our own eyes. Sometimes we got to hear it and see that other people are going through the same thing for us to actually, for our light bulb to click in. So, yeah. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.